When I was in high school, I majored in computer graphics, and I started things out in my first year by using a Power Mac G4, the blue one, although it was possibly a G3, I don't remember. And then afterwards, I switched over to an iMac, and during this time, I utilized Illustrator and Photoshop primarily. In my second year, we switched everybody over to an Apple eMac. We picked up on the prior software, Photoshop and Illustrator, and added Adobe InDesign and iMovie. Then during my junior year, and that was interesting because we actually had two classes back to back, we once again picked up on the prior year and added along with that Quark Express, Final Cut Pro, Bryce, which is 3D software, and Macromedia Director. Then in my final year, my senior year, we were back on the Emacs, and we basically used all of the software that we knew combined to create logos, designs, movies, what have you. Around Thanksgiving of that year, my vision went out completely. Everything looked like a strawberry milkshake. Due to the uncertainty of what was going to happen with my vision, I figured I would try going into education, went through the various training and so forth. And the reason I did that was because my vision teacher basically had the run of the mill as far as what she was able to do, and that's what I liked, having an independent schedule. And then towards the end of my training, I just realized that I didn't care for the overall education system of the time, and as a result, I never really used that degree. And over the last 17 years, a lot has happened. I've lost family members, delved deeper into technology and education, and then about 5 years ago now at the time of this video, I had a surgery done that has made my vision much more stable and even improved than what it used to be. These days, I've gotten back into my design roots, and I realize now that it's considerably easier to do than it used to be. I use the Affinity suite, LumaFusion, which this video was edited on. I tried DaVinci Resolve, but the install ended up getting corrupt, so I decided to throw that out the door. I also tried learning Blender, but that didn't really work out. I do have an app called Rapid Weaver, which allows me to easily build websites. And then some of you are wondering, well, why don't I use Final Cut Pro? There's a serious problem happening with it. In fact, you'll see here with this one video clip that I have uploaded the ending to. And you can see there what has happened. I've been basically trying to battle it out with Apple for the last couple of weeks to get this fixed. But I did find an alternative to Macromedia Director in the form of Synfig Studio, which is a neat little 2D software animator that I'm very interested in learning. But what's really cool is the fact that I'm actually able to do all this, with the exception of Synfig Studio, because it's not available for iPad OS. I'm able to do all of this on an 8-inch iPad mini that I'm actually recording this voiceover on, and then I'm editing this video on. I've always had a thing for art and design, and I've been a Mac user for the last 20 years, and I don't see that ever changing. Let me give you an example of how crazy I am about design, okay? For those of you who do not know, go onto Google and take a look at the logo for the Blender app, okay? You will notice that if you're on an Apple Silicon Mac, or if you're just running Big Sur or above, they've got rounded corners within squares. Well, Blender doesn't have a little square surrounding it, which in my mind drives me crazy because it breaks the consistency with the rest of the apps and the way everything looks. But no, I genuinely love design. I enjoy video editing. I enjoy writing. Like, for instance, obviously everybody has a script before their video. This is no exception, even though a lot of times I like to wing it. But I did enjoy putting that script together. I enjoyed editing the video. I enjoyed, in the last video where I talked about Katawa Shoujo, those titles were edited in Affinity Designer, as was that opening collage that said 10-year anniversary on it. I genuinely enjoy, doing design, and I'm not sure where life is going to take me, but I would like to incorporate design into that future. I am very curious about your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.